Loved Baking. In a cozy forest far away lived a gentle ogre named Oscar. Unlike ogres, Oscar wasn't interested in roaring and lifting giant rocks or scaring anyone. His favorite thing in the whole world was baking. Every morning he dreamed of fluffy bread, warm cinnamon rolls, chocolate cakes, buttery cookies, and sweet berry pies. His dream was to become the greatest baker in the kingdom. Oscar got a job at a tiny village bakery. He was very excited, but the kitchen was built for humans. As he turned around, crash! His elbow knocked bowls off the shelf. When he reached for flour, he bumped the table. The eggs rolled onto the floor and cracked. When he opened the oven, his huge shoulder hit a cupboard, and bang! Everything on the floor. Pans and spoons rained down everywhere. The baker sighed kindly and said, "I'm sorry, Oscar. You're a wonderful baker, but this kitchen is simply too small for you." Oscar was heartbroken. He found another bakery, then another, then another. Every kitchen was tiny. Every day something accidentally broke. Even though everyone knew he was kind, nobody could afford the damage. Eventually, no bakery wanted to hire him. Oscar sat beneath a giant oak tree, holding his rolling pin. "I guess I'll never be a baker." Just then, his squirrel friend Hazel came by. "Why keep trying to fit into tiny kitchens?" Oscar looked confused. "What do you mean?" Hazel smiled. "Why not build a kitchen that's just for you?" "Just for me? What do you mean?" "I mean an outdoor bakery." "An outdoor bakery? That sounds amazing." The next day, all the forest animals helped. The beavers built enormous wooden tables. The bears carried giant ovens made from stone. The birds decorated the bakery with flowers. The rabbits planted berry bushes nearby. Now Oscar had room to move. He could stir giant bowls, roll enormous sheets of dough, carry huge trays without bumping into anything, and if flour puffed into the air, nobody minded. Sometimes cookie crumbs fell onto the grass, but the birds would happily peck at them. The squirrels gathered tiny pastry pieces. Even the deer enjoyed leftover apples from the pies. Nothing went to waste. Soon, delicious smells drifted through the forest. Warm bread, fresh cookies, and sweet cinnamon rolls. The wonderful aroma floated all the way to the nearby village. People followed the smell until they found Oscar's woodland bakery. Soon, there was a long line of customers every morning. Children loved watching him decorate giant cakes. Families traveled from miles away just to taste his famous treats. One day, the baker who had first hired Oscar came to visit. And after tasting a slice of cake, he smiled and said, "I always knew you were a wonderful baker." Oscar laughed. "I just needed a kitchen that fit my dream." From that day on, Oscar's outdoor bakery became the happiest place in the forest, where everyone, big or small, was welcome. Birds sang while bread baked, and animals shared the leftovers. And every customer left with a full stomach and a smile. Sometimes, success doesn't come from changing who you are. It comes from finding the place where your talents can truly shine. The end. Thank you for listening, dreamy readers. Stay tuned for yet another story of a big friendly creature.